The goal of this video is to provide an overview of what makes destination marketing special, why we are teaching destination marketing, for example here at the International Master's Degree Program for Tourism Marketing Management at the University of Eastern Finland. Why is not having an understanding of general marketing, its theories and practices enough for destination marketers? How destination marketing differs from all other marketing. What makes it unique? What makes it worth us to teach it on this level? There are actually quite many factors that make destination marketing special. The first one is that destinations cannot be thought as firms. No matter how you define destination, is it from the supply perspective, from demand perspective, is it following political boundaries or some other boundaries? Destination itself is a complex concept. Whereas a firm has an access to all its resources, to all the parts that it can have an effect on, for example, about customer experience, the destinations do not have that luxury. Destinations are more like networks instead of hierarchies. Like in companies, for example, multinational companies, all of the smaller subsidiaries and national units of a firm, large international firm, still correspond to the big firm and its bosses and supervisors. Whereas the same does not hold true for destinations. Destinations themselves, or destination management organizations that typically govern these destinations, especially if they are politically or geographically clearly defined boundaries, do not have any kind of say about how different firms or organizations within the destination area, within the destination management organization area, should work like. So there's a lot of things that the destination management organization, DMO, cannot affect or does not have control. Whereas in a firm, the firm is able to control basically, to some extent at least, basically everything. One thing with the destination marketing is the strategy of the destination. Strategy of the destination is typically defined by the destination management organization, but not necessarily it is followed by all the actors and businesses in the DMO area. This means that even though DMO can have certain kind of strategy, focusing on certain kind of markets or profiling the destination as, for example, well-being destination or rural destination or event destination or whatever, it cannot make sure that all the actors and firms in its area are following that strategy. There might be companies that have completely different targets, that are making great business among market segments, for example, not chosen by the DMO. This means that the DMO and destination marketing strategy has to be carefully constructed. It cannot be something that is done from top to the bottom approach. It needs to be bottom to top approach when destination marketing strategy is conceived. If the firms in the area are not willing to implement and join and do not think a lot about the strategy DMO has chosen, it is for sure that it will not be successful. If, for example, the DMO chooses to target Chinese customers with their marketing efforts, but not a single company in the area does anything to support this, make their services more accessible, their website and so on more accessible to Chinese tourists, there's no way that this can work. So the DMO needs to have the support of different actors in the area in order to successfully implement the strategy, marketing strategy. However, it does not have control over those firms, so it's a delicate process. The second thing is that where does a DMO get its resources? There are many different kind of models. Companies typically have very well defined marketing budget. Companies set the goals, for example, collecting certain amount of leads or making certain amount of business, and define marketing budget based on how much company needs to grow, for example, and what are the results of earlier marketing. And the marketing budget comes from the company itself, at least mostly. However, this is not true for destination marketing organizations or management organizations, DMOs. The DMOs have a wide variety of different kind of income systems. They can have marketing resources, marketing budget from regional government, national government, firms operating in the area, different kind of regional development funds, all different kind of sources, and their marketing can be very small, working with very small budget 1 year, and then get the funding and work with a large budget next year, and then again with a small budget the year after that. So there is not that much, typically not that much focus and knowledge about the resources that destination marketing has at its disposal year on year. All other resources are also very dependent on the firms and organizations operating within the DMO area. Then the competition question. This is especially true for destination management organizations. We have to think about DMOs on different levels, working on different kind of regions. For example, in the destination marketing framework, there was the possibility that in the domestic markets, two nearby cities are competing with each other, whereas in international markets, they do collaborative marketing and they market each other to international customers. The question of what is the competition for a DMO who are the competitors for a destination on what kind of target markets makes destination marketing quite different from the firms, especially if we look at destination marketing and management organizations on different level, on national level, regional level and local level. The competition can change rapidly. Who are the competitors of Finland? Who are the competitors of Eastern Finland? Who are the competitors of Lapland? Who are the competitors of Rovaniemi or Savonlinna or Joensuu? This same kind of competitive setting is not present among firms and their competitors. Then comes the question of customers. The DMO typically has relatively little access to the customers, the visitors who come to the area. The DMO can do marketing, but the firms and other organizations in the area are typically the ones that serve the products and experiences for these visitors and also reap the benefits. That is why destination marketing is very often conducted with public resources. And then there comes the brand. Whereas a firm has quite a lot of control over the brand and how its brand messages are sent and interpreted to the customers, a destination has much less control over the brand it has. For example, a destination management organization can brand itself as a funny or as a friendly destination. But then there might be a company in the area operating that's not at least funny or is hostile towards the guests in the area or does not serve them really well. This means that the image of the destination is formed by the encounters of firms and customers, and again the DMOs do not have control over the experience that the customers coming into the area receive and what kind of branding the companies operating in the area do. And then the question of marketing effectiveness and how much data does the DMO have available. The DMO might do a lot of marketing, but actually those who benefit it from the most are the firms operating in the area. And the firms have their own data sources, for example, how to measure marketing effectiveness. They have their own website analytics, they have their own social media channels, and so on, that can reap the benefits of the DMO marketing without the DMO even knowing that its marketing is having this kind of effect on tourists. So thank you for listening. I think that these are the main reasons why destination marketing should be viewed as a topic of its own. There are a lot of literature regarding the topic, and you will get familiar and familiarize yourself with that literature during this course.